Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oath Esports on the Oath Esports Twitch channel. Tonight, we've got a great game of Valorant for you between Ace and Checkmate. Checkmate standing undefeated so far in the league as of right now, having had some great games. Ace as well, though, coming in with many close games. And so far, in Oath, we haven't seen a game that wasn't close, that wasn't full of flavor, fun, and just lots of effort here. Today, I'm going to be joined by Epi,
Hey guys, it's Epi here.
and we're going to have a great game today. So,
Yeah, so of course this is me. This is Epi, and we're missing Tease, Aiden. He wasn't feeling well this week, so I'm stepping in for him. Of course, my role at Oath Esports is to run these streams, do the broadcasts, make sure everybody's in position, and sometimes it's to cast a match as well. So that's why I'm here. But I am so excited to watch some more Valorant and really cast over it. I of course spectate every game, so I know these teams just like Cole would, and I'm really excited for what we got here. Today we're playing Fracture, and like Cole mentioned earlier, it's Ace versus Checkmate. And I think those two teams are about ready to go. Cole, what are you excited about?
I mean, I'm just real excited. I mean, Checkmate has some phenomenal mechanical gameplay, so those
Yeah.
gunfights are always interesting. I love to watch those. Really, what gets down to those hairline situations, down to the wire, those Checkmate players are always ready to handle it. And from Ace, we've got Coach Coop here, a member of OCU's Valorant
Right.
team, and so I'm expecting to see those real interesting strats, and I'm expecting to see some lineups and a lot of great team strategy. So
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, it's Ace, the team that kind of plays slow, defensive, but really solidly as a team, right? Really lives and dies on the team aspects of Valorant. Is that right?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ace definitely likes to be a little bit more slow and plan out those attacks more and
Yeah.
kind of take some patience on the defense to make sure that they're committing to the right play. And I think that can definitely be seen and appreciated in a lot of this
Yeah.
gameplay here.
No, I totally love it. It's a really smart way to play it, right? Valorant is this tactical shooter that is very different from some of the other shooters that we see here in the Oath Esports, but across the industry as well. It's slowed down in a way that really rewards mechanical play, but also smart teams, and that's one of the most interesting parts of Ace to me. They have all of these smart rotations that really prey upon um, prey upon the opponents rotating too early or making a mistake in their preparation. And it's those things that Ace are just excited to take a part of. It was Haven last week, and we saw Ace push down A's long sight 3 or 4 rounds in a row, bait out the utility of the defenders, and then they would just slow walk to the other side of the map, Cole. The other side of the map
Absolutely,
where they
yeah.
would go and plant. And then all of the sudden, one of these rounds, they baited that long rotation. They stuck around. They waited. And it was all going so well, and then they got sonicked out. But it was a really smart gameplay, and that's really what I'm trying to get at. Ace just very smart with the way that they take this aspect. It seems like we have a player with some technical difficulties, so I apologize about this late start. We're doing our best to get these players in game as quickly as we can, but we also want to make sure that the competition is fair and everybody has the opportunity to play at their best. So it seems like we're getting really close, but we thank you so much for your patience.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's that patience that you'll see from Ace today too. Famous
Yeah.
Ace patience, definitely. And yeah, I mean, like you were saying too, I think it's very interesting to watch Ace play, and I'm especially intrigued to see how the kind of speed of checkmate is met by that
Yeah.
like slow, methodical gameplay. Because I think, like first impression would be that, playing slow would not work there. But I think that that's a little bit of a mistake to say, because I think it's more like it's a bit of a trap, because keeping those right angles and playing slowly, waiting is really what will, like, in the end push this team to a win, I think, because it counteracts that speed, and I think that's really special, and you're gonna see a lot of that tonight. So
You're absolutely correct about Checkmate's speed. Some might classify it as ferocity. They just come out guns blazing. They challenge their opponents to make mechanically difficult plays because they have enough faith in themselves and their teammates to make these plays on a consistent basis. So we see Checkmate throw all caution to the wind. Just go push the point. If you get enough eliminations, it doesn't matter what your plan is. The point of the game is eliminate your opponents or plant the bomb. And that's exactly what Checkmate does. They execute rapidly. And it's just a really exciting way to play Valorant. And so it gets me giddy. It gets me a little, gets me going.
yeah, and I think we see Checkmate like one of the highest percentages of like clutch plays, I think, too. Just a lot of like where these
Yeah,
like players are left
totally
alone
right.
to deal with a lot of opposition there, and usually they come out on top, to be honest. Like with that mechanical gameplay, they think it fuels them there. They love to be in those tense situations with just trying to hit all the heads, and they
You're right.
usually pretty successful. So
Yeah, they do love those mechanical 1v1s, right? And that's one of the advantages of playing so quickly is that you're bound to make trades. And that's something that Checkmate has mastered. And it's a really hard tactic to play the same angles as your teammates and double peek things. We see Checkmate do it all of the time because it's crucial in the play fast strategy.
absolutely, and you're absolutely right about that. We maybe have made the impression that they play a little bit risky, but that's definitely not the case. They play quick, but they play exactly how they're supposed to. They play with two always on each other. They'll peek double, so make sure that they might be confident in their gunplay skills, but they want to make sure that that's a guaranteed win in that
Yeah.
peek there. And I think they're great about that, about planning ahead of that. So
It's what you would call a calculated risk, maybe.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I think we're getting closer to the beginning of our game. Of course, a Fracture. Fracture is, I think, the newest map in Valorant. And it's a very interesting one because the attackers have the opportunity to push from both sides of the sites. Essentially, the defenders are sandwiched, which is this really interesting concept for a map that plays unlike any other map in Valorant or any map in any other tactical shooter game. Normally, we see these maps basically cut in half. Well, that's the defender side and that's the attacker side. But Fracture kind of flips that on its head, puts the defenders in situations where they have to keep their head on a swivel, and gives the attackers so many opportunities to make interesting plays that are dynamic. Now, when I play Fracture, I don't love it so much. It makes defending super hard for me. So I'm really eager to see what that looks like in a constructed team environment where these players have kind of played with each other. They've experimented with these things. And I just think it's important that we state how much dedication and practice these players put into the games, because they're practicing 2 times a week with the structured practice with their coach, learning about this game, practicing their mechanics, working on their teamwork. And it's really something to be admired, in my opinion.
Definitely. And this map too, I think it offers a lot of opportunity for that dedication to shine, especially because just so many opportunities for the attackers, and a very difficult map to defend. Often, often can be much more difficult just because you can have so many options here on attack. You can pinch a point from both sides or go on one side, and I think that can be difficult to handle, but I think that we're going to see a lot of that dedication and practice rewarded here.
Yeah, and really not much more to say. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this broadcast. We're very excited to share this with you all. Your hype in the chat does not go unnoticed for a minute. So thank you so much for your support. And your hype for these players, certainly something that brings joy to me. And one of the best ways to really honor these players is to share this stream. Share it on your social media. Share it to a couple of friends in Discord. That's really what's going to provide these players the most exposure at the next level, right? And these players are playing at high levels. They're playing really dynamically and well together. So the best way to support Oath Esports and these kids is to really go out and share the stream with your friends on social media. Like I said, follow us on our social medias. But yeah, Cole, it's been a while. We're kind of stretching for time here. So I appreciate everybody sticking around with us. I keep looking it over. I'm seeing the readies from the teams, and it seems like we're really close. So appreciate the patience. One aspect of Oath Esports that we haven't really touched on today yet is the fitness aspect to it. Cole, what can you tell us about fitness in the Oath Esports?
Oh, I'd be happy to tell us a little bit about that. I mean, Oath Esports, it's an organization designed to really like foster that competitive spirit and that just the qualities that make a good player. And so one of those qualities obviously is physical fitness, because it's just as important to keep your body as fresh as your mind, as your
Yeah.
gameplay. And so we like to reward that with a little bit of a drawing
Yeah.
on Thursdays. So yeah, I mean, can you tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about that drawing, Epi?
You're totally right. So, of course, Oath Esports is a 2-game league. We have Valorant, of course, on Tuesdays and Overwatch on Thursdays. Well, on Thursdays, we put all of the fitness drawings into a hat. We spin a wheel live on stream for a prize. Sometimes it's a mouse. For the first week, it was a whole monitor. Another week, I think last week, we just gave away not a telescope, in a star projector, which is super cool.
That is cool.
It's like this little astronaut guy, but it's just a way for us to give back to these kids who are putting in the time and work, not only with the game, but also with themselves. They're building themselves up just as much as they are their gameplay. Cole, it looks like we are finally going into game. The teams have selected their sides. They're ready to play. Agents have been selected, and we're about to get into it on Fracture here.
All right, let's get into it, Uppy.
Yeah, so both sides. We're gonna start with I believe that is Checkmate on the defense. Is that correct? I think so.
Yep, you're right. It's Checkmate on the defense.
Well, hey, look at that. I might be a little rusty, but I know my two teams here. And so right away, like we talked about earlier, Ace going to be on the attack, going to see what they can do here in this one to really set the bar high for this Checkmate team, who, like we mentioned, is undefeated. So early here in this round, it looks like Ace is setting up for an all-out aggressive B push, and that's kind of what we see in pistol rounds. That's pretty common, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it tends to be a little bit rough trying to push one of these sites here with just pistols, so.
Yeah, well, we saw the a little bit of the utility come out early. Destroyer just kind of backing up as this one goes on. Silver getting the second pick of the round for the attackers, rolling out onto point, getting aggressive, and Ace has made their way onto point. We're gonna see the spike go down pretty soon. Yeah, and it's Sage planting that bomb, War Bunny for Ace. Bossman, though, having a great time up in heaven, taking the duel against Silver and Sleepy. It takes War Bunny, all three members. It's 1v2, 1v1, Pluto and War Bunny in this situation. Bomb is down, time is of the essence. Pluto using that Venom, but War Bunny, the smart peek, pushing through it. Gonna secure Ace's first round here on attack.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting too, that's a big win for Ace, especially because I think right now, the favored positions are kind of flipped. Ace definitely, I think, prefers defensive play here, and defense is the time to bring out the tactics, much so more than attack. Attack, using your utility on the fly, responding to what is being used on the defense here. And so right now, these teams are in their kind of flipped in terms of their favored positions. Checkmate loving to go blazing in on attack, and that's a great win for Ace there.
Well, we're seeing Checkmate get really aggressive on even the defense here. Gonna be eliminated early with the gun advantage that Ace has, but it's certainly something to keep track of as we get more into this game, this aggressive style of playing defense as Ace tries to make it on point, and we're gonna see 4 players make it successfully there. Bomb's going to be planted again by War Bunny. This is exactly what Ace wants to do. And unfortunately, Checkmate just doesn't really have the weapons to compete at this moment. Just as I say that, Nami, though, going crazy with the frenzy. Oh, and that's Ace. Checkmate wiping out the point.
It appears as though we jinxed the round there for Ace a little bit. And I would expect nothing less from Checkmate there with those. Nami with those spot-on headshots. And such a strong duelist. I expect nothing less. And now we're gonna have a little bit of an even advantage in terms of the guns here. Just even playing field. No advantage really whatsoever between either of these teams. Gonna get some Spectres coming out, and it actually does look like we. It appears as though Ace is going to save. So. That will put them at a gun disadvantage, but very early in the round, there is still a lot to happen. So
yeah, and we see Checkmate making the same aggressive play on B, but Ace opting to play really slow, all the way up A. This has been spotted out by Checkmate. Nami's kind of stuck underneath though, and all of Ace knows. Really trying to look for it. No find on Nami just yet. Finn going to fall to Cher. Using that Ghost. That's a good gun pickup for Ace here. We might just see him rotate out. They baited utility, but no, I think it's going to keep going. Oh, a nice blind from Silver there. No aggressive push just yet. A huge flash. Hits 4 of them while they're in the tunnel here. And both teams just looking for the next little bit of advantage. It doesn't take much. War Bunny, Boss Man getting close to this fight. And it looks like Ace is going to opt to rotate out and try to make it to B.
30 seconds left.
Silver is lying in wait, though, for the push.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets one off of that.
Oh, and look at the map. All of Checkmate doesn't know where the bomb's going down. Finally, now they know. But that lurk from Silver, yeah, is really strong. Gonna make a big difference here. But Checkmate with 2 picks, 3 now. The disadvantage for Ace. A nice breach concussion. Ace securing that round.
And that little bit of confusion there, that went a long way for Ace. That's exactly what they wanted. Knowing that they didn't have the advantage there in terms of guns. They started off the round slow, lying in wait for Big Finn to push there, and Cher responded in kind with the headshot. Waiting until a little bit of aggression was seen, and then they make the rotate. They fake staying though on A, and Checkmate perceives that as them just gonna stay, and it's a successful rotate there. And I think just that little bit of time was all they needed there.
Right, and that's kind of what we've been used to seeing with Ace, these really smart plays. And check it. Again, the Big Finn sending the decoy down B main the whole time. A nice flash. Going to see way too many people from Ace. And here comes the rotate from Checkmate. Gonna have Pluto lurking on point over on A just in case Silver gets a little bit too aggressive, but really this attack is gonna happen over here on B. Or maybe not. I spoke too soon. I gotta slow down because clearly somebody's hearing me. Ace rotating out, thinking they've probably made enough noise, and again, just follow that minimap. Really smart. A breach stun going in. Pluto's going to be kind of left on point. They kind of know where he's at. A lot of spraying going through the wall right now. Nami's made that full rotation at this point. The Viper utility going to take down a lot of HP. Silver eliminated by Pluto underneath. And now Pluto's going to look into 4 on A main. No chance, unfortunately, for him. And the push comes. Ace putting everybody on point. The Sage Wall's going to fall really fast. Just shot immediately. But Ace has site control. War Bunny now planting Boss Man. A really nice headshot looking there. This fight, it's 2v2 here in a post-plant situation. Boss Man is going to be the salvation of the team here against Sleepy and War Bunny. Who knows where both of them are, but War Bunny with that big swing. That aggressive defense, right? Coming out from Ace there to secure that round.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a wonderful attack again by Ace. And it's always, it's always typical. You watch Ace, you think they've made a decision, and right when you think that you've decided, they pull the rug out from under you, they switch points. They always, I'm just impressed. It's an interesting style too, to kind of there's just a little bit of aggression on one side, and then they just dip, and it works well.
Oh, you're totally right. War Bunny gonna be waiting out the decoy again. Sleepy finding Finn. That's just really good patience, right? Reading your opponent, knowing what they're gonna do, and responding in the correct way.
Absolutely.
Ace is up early here in round 5. KO gonna pop his ult. That is Cher. Just pushing all the way out on the point, and for Checkmate, they don't have the ability to use their utility to kind of stop this. And Ace is gonna have their way with this point. Pluto's on the flank with the Spectre, looking for some damage, not able to find it just yet, but still really strong. Checkmate finding 2 here in this post-plant situation. Pluto's rotation making a difference. As this fight really happens on point, it's nobody left for Ace, and Checkmate gonna take this defuse.
Yeah, and I think right there that round, Checkmate just coming out just a little bit on top with that mechanical gameplay there. Even though Cher had a great opening ult there, using her ult to zone, and to move Checkmate off that point, but Checkmate just responded well to the utility, cool-headed, and took that round there.
For the first time, we're going to see these ropes used by the attackers here early in this round. Convella going to be pushing maybe from the other side. Like what I was talking about earlier, kind of that sandwich effect. Finn playing really deep with that Yoru clone. No longer going to see this decoy aggressive push. But Ace, everything is patient for them. Holding angles, waiting, wishing, seeing. And it looks like Convella is going to find Nami here. Getting too curious, as our good friend Tease would say. Now, again, just the waiting game. A minute has gone by in this round. And the only information really seen right now is that that Ace has the advantage. Now finding 2. Convella, a really nice shot. On Checkmate here in this round, and B is all theirs to get the plant down again. We've seen Checkmate make some really strong plays to retake these ones, but it's going to need everybody going really strong, as unfortunately Bossman only able to get 1, but probably the best case scenario for him realistically at the end of that round there.
Yeah, and I really think right here we're watching Ace they know how Checkmate plays. They've played against them before, and now they're really choosing to make sure that these fights, these gunfights, are uneven. They want them
Yeah.
to be uneven. They want to make sure that Checkmate does not have an equal ground here, and so they're using utility as much as they can. They're trying to find the information, and I think, you know, in many of these opening rounds here, we've seen them get a pick from just a little bit too much aggression from Checkmate, and they take that opportunity to get that single man advantage.
Yeah, well, Pluto's gonna be kind of sneaky here in A main. Oh, gonna find 3.
Oh
Just
my!
and then the breach ult
Oh.
coming in. It's 4K. Oh, and Silver just not able to wrap up that ace, but still so clean. Oh, Cole, I love to see something like that. Great play.
And you got to feel for an ace there. It's just unfortunate when you that one angle that you don't check and it just empowers an entire play there. And I mean, that's amazing positioning by Pluto. I mean, you never expect someone to be pushed up so far there, and well, you know, a little bit far. I wouldn't say it's so far, but I mean, amazing placement there too by Pluto. That's a great cursor placement, and it awarded him a 4K there.
Well, maybe the funniest part was Pluto was getting super aggressive for this ult orb, perhaps. Got hit with the breach utility and then went, no, I gotta hide. And so Ace just had no clue that they had caught Pluto. And Pluto just in the right position, as he is right now. A main finding these picks early. Share going down early. It's gonna be 3v3 when the dust settles. Ace not committed to a single site. Checkmate really gonna have to be thinking about what to do from here. Waiting. Oh, and res. That is a factor that we don't get to talk about enough. The res from War Bunny and these Sage plays, right? It created that unevenness is recreated here. Bossman finding Sleepy here on A main. Gonna throw down the smoke, but Silver has a 4K this round. The potential for an ace. It's Nami against the world. Gonna be throwing down these smokes, putting breach utility on point. Looking for Nami really, but Nami gonna have the first shot here. Finds Silver. There goes the ace. Ace gonna have the opportunity to plant a nice flash from Convella there. Gonna prevent the take. We have a blind coming out. Some really smart parkour. Convella and War Bunny. Oh, good shot from Nami. Nami finding 3. Gonna be able to end that round.
And what a cleanup there from Nami. Calm, patient, cursor placement on point, and just ready for all of that aggression there from Ace to try and take that point, and you know, just responded with the utmost patience and confidence there under that pressure.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have a timeout coming from one of these teams, but some really awesome gameplay coming out early in this one. Some stats I just want to highlight since we have some time. Silver here in round 9 has 15 kills, which is far and above really anybody else in the lobby. Doing really, really well on Omen, who's typically that smoker, that controller type character, but showing his mechanics off for all intents and purposes. We are tied up here in the 9th round, 4-4. Both of these teams looking fantastic on Fracture. Really excited about this one, Cole.
Yeah, me as well so far, and I think a very even game so far. And you know, sometimes with these checkmate games we don't see that, but I think today both teams have come out and shown up definitely, and are giving us their best. And I'm seeing some very interesting gameplay coming out from Ace, and fantastic plays from both teams so far.
Yeah, and looking at our economy situation, both teams gonna have enough to really buy out these rounds, right? We're looking for one team to take the initiative and take the advantage. If one of these teams wins, it's likely that they're gonna have the economy advantage going into the next few rounds. Finn deciding to switch up with Nami, throwing that clone, spotting 3 people down A main. It's kind of simple to see what Ace is going for here. Finn with that Odin, gonna have the opportunity to make a really big play. No, not this kid, not this opportunity. Ult's being, everything's getting traded on point. We have Viper's Pit, we have the Showstopper. Viper going down, so the Viper Pit is gone, but Breach's Earthquake, creating a lot of chaos here. Ace full control of the site here in this 5v3. Shots going back and forth, but really the utility so strong. Destroyer on Breach, getting a kill in A main. That's a really nice flash as well. Sleepy proper crosshair placement. Gonna be dropping him down the hallway. 2v4 here on point. Really looking for the next thing. Convella, nice pick. It's up to Bossman completely. No utility. Got that. Oh, and just walks into the crossfire. Excellently set trap from Ace there to end that round.
Absolutely, and I mean, at that point too, I mean, Checkmate just had no idea what to do there, just sort of waiting for an opportunity to push, and they didn't want to break that wall, knowing so many players are behind that wall, just to meet them with all that gunfire. So.
Oh, wow. And the ults was just went wild that round. Went wild. Ace was absolutely going to take that round no matter what. And it's really put Checkmate in a situation where they have to be saving here on this round. Now, Finn walking all the way down. Oh, but he baited the decoy. That was a really intelligent play. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on the brilliance of it. He walked all the way down, anticipating that Ace wasn't going to shoot the clone, but it was actually him. And unfortunately, just not quite going to make the difference in this one. Ace looking for the site to push to. And it's kind of spread out, this attack, really. Sleepy using that boombot down B. Here's the sheriff. Ace really kind of knowing what's up. Convella has this nice high ground position over A. Bossman just hiding out of position. Oh, and just like that, Convella. This is the first time we've seen this side of the map. Nami with the nice blind, gonna be able to find Convella, get fully healed. But Ace gonna plant that bomb, and now the onus is on Checkmate to find a way. A nice suppression dart coming out from KO and Share. And I think that Checkmate's just going to kind of wait it out. A blind coming through the wall. Oh, and Sleepy with a nice shot. Destroyer using the Tremor. Oh, but Silver's just going to push regardless and secure his 17th kill of the game. That was round 10.
Yeah, and what an interesting strategy there from Ace, keeping it split up. I mean, not something you'd usually find success with. I think on attack, you want your full force, your team there. You don't necessarily want people off angling, but I think it worked very well for them. They were able to respond to the tail end of Checkmate there on that rotate and pick up a couple players. And I think that's just a really smart gameplay there from that team, and evidence that they're playing very well right now.
Well, I love it. This gameplay that we're seeing that's slow, that's methodical and calculated, it's really showing us what a team that has a really good grasp on the strategy can do. And we're going to see Cher go and find Finn on B. Lots of utility being traded out on B main. But as has been the story of the game so far, Ace still not committed to one site. Has the advantage in these rounds early. Oh, Convella finds Destroyer just a little bit aggressive. No trades there, but some health on both players. Oh, now we're going to see the full push out onto point. Ace securing B. But Destroyer's up here in heaven, 60 life, just waiting for his team to kind of help. Maybe somebody to peek him. Oh, a nice crosshair placement. Destroyer finding Sleepy, peeking out aggressively. Warbunny gonna get that kill. It's Nami on point with the Vandal. Finding Summon, it's 2v2. Nami tapping the bomb. Oh, and Silver's playing defender spawn right there. Because he was lurking through that whole round. Gonna have the nice angle. Nami does not expect it. Ace getting that round as well. 4-7.
Yeah, and Silver having a phenomenal game right now. I really benefiting, I think, off of these slow plays, these patient plays, and putting himself in these positions to respond to checkmate in very unexpected ways, and it's definitely is definitely working well here for Ace.
Oh, and look at this. We have everybody from Ace playing on the top side of the map rather than the bottom side. This is completely unlike any other round we've had so far. Still the slow walks, still the patience. Grabbing that ult orb is Convella, excuse me. Slow pushing up onto B, gonna be kind of blocked out by that poison orb that Pluto has. And Ace just patient. They're not gonna force it. The Viper poison has to go away sometime. And now Ace has all the time in the world to reconsider what's going on. Just about a minute left on the clock in this round. And Checkmate's wondering, when is the attack coming? Oh, but Pluto's heard the footsteps now. Alerted the team, bringing in the backup. Nami and Bossman on their way. Poison orbs all the way back up. Ace is going to rotate quickly out of A and really set up for this hard push onto B. Silver teleporting, really sighting the teleport onto A. Convella using their ultimate here. Gonna hit Heaven. Finn eliminated in Heaven. Oh, the counter breach ult. A little bit of lag there from the stream. Apologies. This game has 10 seconds left. The spike carrier's killed on point. Ace has to make their moves fast.
They gotta move.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and they're gonna be able to find 4 on this round. Pluto's staying alive. Oh, through the wall. Or not through the wall, pardon me, through the smoke. Really smart there. In the last round, no point in saving. So, Checkmate, able to get that last round, even with maybe less of a buy than you'd hope for.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, a great push there from Ace. Maybe just came just a little bit too late there, just finding himself with not enough seconds to plant that bomb. But I mean, I think great thinking there, and they just they wanted to make sure that they weren't pushing onto a site full of checkmate players, so they're playing very slippery there, and just missing the opportunity by a hair. But amazing push and well played, I think.
Yeah, and we're gonna see utility coming out from the defenders of B. Most of Checkmate really playing for B. We're gonna see Finn's Yoru decoy pushing out. Pluto making it all the way onto site using that Viper wall. All the way through Heaven at this point. Nami finding Cher. Checkmate up in this round. Even after these trades, now it's even. Sleepy trading with Pluto. Gonna be eliminated here as Nami and Bossman try to hold down this spike for the next 45 seconds or so.
Yeah, and then worth noting now too, the sides have swapped, and these are the sides that these teams want to be on. The speedy attack from Checkmate and the slow, methodical defense here from Ace.
Oh, you're right, but talk about speed. Convella with a 4K here in the pistol round. The nice flick. Really strong mechanical gameplay from him in that round, securing it for Ace, really.
Absolutely, and I think it's, you know, worth noting too. I don't think we've seen him on Breach before. He's usually loves to be a Jet player, and I think that this is it's a very interesting pick, and I think it's working out. It is working out very well for them with that Breach, the stuns on Breach, and the like entry possibility. There's a lot of entry potential in this team here with KO and Omen and Breach. There's many ways for Ace to enter a site, and I think especially on the attack, that is like they are clearly trying to control for this gunplay here and this potential from Checkmate to just pop off.
Well, as you say it, the two Breach players meeting each other. Convella getting the best out of Destroyer and Nami over here in the top side of the map. Meanwhile, War Bunny on point, trying to slow down the fast push of Checkmate. Here on point, Bossman's just left there all by himself. A flawless for Ace. Kind of what you expect from a second round after a pistol round. You're down the utility, down the guns. You're trying to save your money, not reveal any strats. So, kind of what to be expected. But Convella now matching Silver's kill race, 18 and 18. Both these players going really hard for their teams right now.
Absolutely, and we're actually going to see a timeout come out here from Checkmate, and I think one of the first I've seen in a long string of games. So it is clear now that Checkmate is feeling the heat, feeling the pressure on the back foot right now in an otherwise undefeated season.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. Iron sharpens iron. This is kind of make it or break it for Checkmate's undefeated season. And Ace has given them a really good run for their money here, playing Fracture, just participating really, really well throughout this map, just playing off of each other. And Checkmate going to be kind of sitting down, calming down, reinforcing what they know, maybe coming up with a really good strategy that we might see a round or two of, especially if it's effective here in round 15. 15's coming up.
Yeah, it's clear. I mean, it's clear right here that Ace has come to storm the castle, take the king, and take that throne. They want it bad, and they have come to play.
You're absolutely right. Checkmate playing very slow, right? Now we're seeing Checkmate slow the game down. Really wise on their part. Now seeing the aggression, using the utility. Bossman gonna be kind of caught up. B main, no eliminations, some trades. Bossman finding Silver. Looking at the spy cam. Destroyer makes it into heaven, finds Sleepy on that close angle. The bomb is going down for Checkmate. Checkmate pushing aggressively. It is a 1v5 for Convella here. Could be possible. Nami's used that Empress ultimate. Going to be very effective in combat here. We might see some aggressive pushes. And just like that, Nami finds Convella for the last pick. And just like that, a flawless, but for Checkmate. The same thing happened to Checkmate one round ago. They call a timeout. They flip the script.
Yeah, and I mean, right there, just really well played by Checkmate. They know what a strong mechanical player Convella is, and they want to make sure that, like I said before, they want to make sure that's an uneven fight. As much as possible, they're trying to change the odds, and they just, they decided to push them all at once, and it worked out in their favor, definitely.
You are totally right. I apologize, folks. I think I gave you our pretty reactions to that round. It certainly was a very nice round. But you'll just have to believe me when I say that Checkmate had a really good round there. As we get into round 17, Checkmate's making the abilities used on A here. Bossman already making it on the point, using this big Viper wall very effectively, right? That's kind of what you want to see. The breach coming out from Ace. Gonna put a lot of pressure here on point. Finn trading with Cher. Convella getting the trade back. As this is a 4v4 post-plant situation for both these teams here. Silver wall banging, getting Nami there. And just like that, what was a 4v4 has become a 3v1, make it a 2v1. Destroyer up on the high ground, holding that angle. Convella's going to stick the bomb, and it's going to be a 1v1 with Sleepy, playing it super patiently, knowing that Destroyer has to come and push. Absolutely correct mechanical play. Diffuse coming out, going to have enough time. Yes. Ace, successful defense for them.
Yeah, and Ace really taking control of that tempo and knowing that eventually Convella, knowing that Destroyer would have to make his move and hop off of high ground, give up his advantage there in order to make sure that that bomb doesn't get destroyed. And exceptionally well played. They get half, they come back for the other half later, and make sure that there's no chance there for a clutch.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Checkmate trying to make the next move here on round 17. Pardon me, I said 17 last time. It was 16. Both teams playing slow. Probably the most aggressive player right now is Convella over here down A main, looking for that peak. But Checkmate not going to be playing this side. Now making the more aggressive play on to B, using those footsteps, being very loud. Silver with some really smart utility and smokes, preventing the hard push. And now the rotations come in from the rest of Ace. As Checkmate kind of wait this out, figure out what they need to do, what needs to happen. And now rotating back, but Ace has seen this coming. Ace now in position to successfully defend this rotation. Sleepy already pinging the door, hearing those footsteps, alerting their team of what's to come. Convella with a concussion all the way down A main. Gonna find a really nice headshot. Now we're gonna see this the flashbang come out. A nice wall from War Bunny's gonna shut this thing down. And Pluto and Pluto and Destroyer have to make it onto point at this time. Checkmate going to be able to get the bomb down. War Bunny and Silver left on Ace to make the play. A double peek from Checkmate. Nami dropping down, getting the 4K. Nice display of mechanics from him in this round.
Yeah, and although it didn't work out for them, I mean, what a phenomenal concussion there. We
yeah.
watched that in real time. Sleepy pinging the exact location where the team was, and Convella able to send it right down. And I think it's exhilarating to see that team play sync up so well. And obviously a great round from Checkmate here too. I think masters of controlling those angles especially when it comes to attack. They come in, they fan out, they take every angle, and they just make sure that once they're on a point, they stay there.
Well, the Raze Boombot's going to be able to find the players out on B main. Now we're going to see suppression knives, Raze grenades. But critically, Convella's on the flank here with the Sheriff. Going to be running into Destroyer. Gets the pick. 21 life remaining. And Ace is up in this round for not much longer. Not if Nami has anything to say about it. Finds Silver up in heaven. Or no, really close, actually. Now Checkmate looking to make the play onto B. Bossman struggling with the Cypher camera. Doesn't always go where you want it up in the sky, but on point. War Bunny deep in main. Oh, a nice shot from Bossman right through the wall, eliminating Sleepy. Gonna put this bomb down. It's Convella in defender spawn, getting pushed by Finn. Finn running spray with the Vandal. Eliminate Convella to put a wrap on this round. And back, we're gonna see another timeout. So that means you guys get to see more of me and Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
Sorry, Coach Coop here calling the timeout. He wants to make sure that they can recover here a little bit from these 2 rounds that have been taken by Checkmate.
Totally.
And we're seeing a little bit of an economy situation, but Convella on that Sheriff save last round is going to be able to buy himself a rifle here.
Yeah.
Everyone can, although they'll be a little bit in shambles there. Not much cash to go around.
Certainly a tough round to win when the opponents just have the gun advantage on you. So Ace doing what they could with what they had, certainly commendable, but it's the expected outcome in most of these ones that Checkmate going to be able to find the advantage. Of course, they already have an inherent one with the guns. And then on top of that, just making the correct plays, the right reads, the right pushes at the right times to really make a difference in that one.
Absolutely, and I wonder here if we're gonna see another big ult round, as we saw before. Ace shut down that snowball of gun economy there with a couple quick ults, and we might see it again. I mean, I think an interesting strategy and worthwhile too, just considering how much the cash in Valorant affects that flow of the game there.
Well, I don't think there's any reason to not try and win every round. So if it takes every ult, that's what I'm using. And I'm going to be eager to see how these kids react to it as well. The Viper wall going out. Bossman using the nice cages as even more cover. And Checkmate's already made it onto point. Finn using that decoy. Ooh, and Silver with the really nice shots. Going to eliminate early, and we're gonna see Breach Convella using that old earthquake in the point. Happening. A little bit of ping there. But when the dust settles, it's just Nami left here on the top of A main. Eliminated by War Bunny, and Ace is like we kind of said, gonna use all their ults, gonna win the round. Just kidding, they didn't use all of them. Not at all, actually. Just one.
Needed the one there, yeah. Just the one was enough. You know, you might even call that a little ace up their sleeve. Helping out just enough there.
Oh, you're totally right. And the benefit, really, now you have more ults to use this round. Of course, Checkmate could use all 5 of their ults. And if this was Overwatch, good luck. But this is Valorant. It's a little bit different. Ultimates don't just win you the game flat out. But I'd love to see what Nami has in plan for Empress. Normally pops it pretty early in these rounds because he's confident in his own gameplay. And
here it comes.
Yeah. Some Breach ults coming out B. The push is clearly coming this way. Sleepy using that showstopper. It's going to be on Nami. But on the other side of the map, Bossman finds 2. Gets the bomb down on point. It's 1 versus 3 for Bossman. Could be making the play for the ace. Cher gonna be peeking. Eliminated. Sleepy gets tagged. Ooh, and a nice headshot. No more ammo in the gun though. Bossman, it's gonna be a 1 versus 1. The nice blind coming in. Bossman gonna get that opportunity to reload. Silver and Bossman in this 1 versus 1. Spike is down. Silver has to make this play happen. Ooh, a nice cage, and Silver's in the cage. Ace coming out from Bossman, doing it all.
Anything, not even a thrill.
Wow, what a play. That's exactly what you need if you're on Checkmate. That's exactly what you need.
Absolutely.
Have a player show off. Yeah, go ahead.
And a tense. That is a tense round there too. Bossman watching those 3 ults just come up just a little bit short from what they wanted. They wanted that shutout round, but he sealed the deal with that clutch play. And you know, you can see that patience and that dedication there coming out, and what a reward it was to get that ace.
I hope he's very proud of his gameplay. Probably doesn't have very much time to think about it because it's on to the next round here. 11-9. Ace in the lead for now. Possibly getting close to the drawing round. Utility going down on both sides. War Bunny's Sage Wall eliminated. And we're going to see Pluto using the Viper's Pit to secure the ability to get onto point, really. Checkmate playing in these smokes. It's going to be very hard for Ace, pardon me, to really be making the play onto it. Pluto eliminated. That means Viper Pit's going down. Cher finding Bossman. And it's a 4v2. Destroyer finding Silver here on A main. And, oh, just like that, 3v2 became 2v0. Checkmate, who wins that round, making it 10-11.
And it is getting very close here, and Ace only with the 1 ult. I think, you know, they want another shutout here. They want to close this out quickly, but it's tied. And I think, you know, right now we are seeing the benefit of that strategy from Ace, and we're seeing the power of those gunfights. It's a bit of a clash of styles here. And, you know, in Valorant, you know, a kill is a kill, and I think that is what powers the strategy so much. And, you know, very interesting to see that synergy come out.
It's going to be a save round for Ace here. Going to be trying to deal with the utility, the rifles, the economy of of Checkmate here in this round as Bossman gets a little bit hurt by that KO nade from Cher. Well placed, really. Finn finding Convella. That's going to be a big pick for Checkmate early in this round. About a minute to play. And it seems like Checkmate going to be making the play for A. And Silver has this huge opportunity to peek out, but the perfect blind. Gonna set Nami up for a very simple elimination. Big Finn Jack. Only 4 life left for him in his life bar. It seems like bombs going down the peak. Cher gonna eliminate it. Only one ghost bullet needed. Nami taken out by Cher. And it's a 2v3 for Ace here making the move. Bossman left on point. Pluto and Destroyer playing very patiently in A main. It's going to be all on Sleepy with the Sheriff. Gonna opt to back out and save this gun. Maybe play for the elimination. Bossman gonna walk right into it. Oh, and Bossman able to react. Able to get the elimination before the Sheriff gets that damage going. Checkmate ties this thing up 11-11.
Yeah, and this is definitely not the situation that Ace wants to be in here right now. Checkmate has picked up a little bit of a snowball here with three streak right now, so they've got the economy advantage. But it's gonna be a rifle on rifle game now with that well placed save round there, and so very even playing field actually. 1 ult available for both teams, all rifles. So I mean, I think it's about as even as it could be right here.
Yeah, and we are looking at a potential overtime situation. Certainly both of these teams eager for their 12th, just to get this into a territory of continuing. But both teams really trying to make this next play. Neither of them wants to make that first mistake. At this time, it looks like Checkmate's posturing for B. The utility is smartly there. Hugely Pluto's Viper Wall, splitting B in half. It's the biggest tell from the side of Checkmate. Of course, they don't ever have to push with it. They've actually not pushed with it very many times. But both of these teams waiting it out. 50 seconds left on the clock. Attackers going to have to make a decision and aggressively push on to what they want. Checkmate, this breach utility might be what they need. Pushing out of the smoke, the wall perfectly placed. Silver eliminated on Heaven, and that's going to be the most staunch defender of B, gone for the side of Ace. Checkmate fully on point, put the spike on the point. Both of these teams are really looking for a way in. War Bunny, Cher and Sleepy both eliminated by Finn and the combo of Destroyer, but it's going to be Convella on the flank finding Destroyer. Nami eliminated. It's 1v3. Convella, who better for this situation? Convella 30 life left, pushing out on a site. Gonna have to find a... Ooh, that Viper's bite is going to be very difficult to push through for Convella here. Only 30 seconds left. Finn's flashed. Gets dinked. He's gonna have low HP, but Finn getting a 3K here in this round. And that's match point for Checkmate here. So what was a really a game that looked a little bit far away has now become Ace's opportunity to make a big play happen. Folks, I just want to take 1 second. If you are here for our 8 o'clock match, we've been running a little bit late behind today, but please stick around. We're going to have Space Mode and Vandals coming up after this sweet game. Cole.
Oh, yep. And I mean, Ace spending all the cash here. This is the last ditch effort here to get this into an OT. And of course, when they do, it's even money, even guns. So
yeah, and a nice early aggressive judge. That's what you want. You eliminate Nami, who's one of the biggest threats of this Checkmate roster. Sleepy with a pick through the wall. And the spike is going down on point. Pluto making it a 3v3. We have ults from both from Checkmate here. Gonna see if they can find any Destroyer, making this fight that much less even. Sleepy throwing the raise nade onto point. Gonna be forcing Bossman out. It's gonna be Sleepy against the world. They know where he's at. Sleepy eliminated by Pluto. Checkmate.
Win.
Securing their fracture win in a nail biter. To be completely honest, a nail biter here in week 6.
Yeah, and that was an exceptionally tense game there. And I think we saw some of the best of Ace today, and
Yeah.
definitely the best of Checkmate. I mean, but wow, I mean, there was some phenomenal plays from Ace, especially those rotates on point and quite slippery, the most slippery I've seen in a while. And Checkmate just gonna take that by just a little hair
Just
there,
a
but
little bit.
yeah,
Holding on to that undefeated streak, notably.
yeah.
But Ace really making a run for the money. I'll tell you what, this is absolutely the best we've seen Ace play. And I think that all of the players on Ace should be very proud to make it this close, this competitive, because this far into the season, Checkmates looked really good. And they looked good today, but Ace looked really good today. And I hope that they can continue this momentum, even though it was a loss, a bitter loss at that. One that they can rebound from. They can look to and say, hey, we're better than that. We're going to come back swinging next time. So, Cole,
Definitely. And
yeah, go ahead, Cole.
sorry, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, hey, we're going to have a short little intermission. We're going to get our next teams loaded in. That, of course, is Space Mode and Vandals. So please stick around for some sweet Oath League action. You won't want to miss any matches if they play anything like that one. So we got some bangers coming up. Please stick around. We'll be a couple of minutes. But let's go Oath. See you soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to welcome to the second match of Valorant tonight here on the Oath Esports Twitch channel. Uh, we had a very exciting game last time. Amazing play from both of the teams. Some of the best I think we've seen it in a while, and just phenomenal
Totally right.
gameplay. All those players just deserve the most absolute praise for what they played recently. And now we've got a game between Space Mode and Vandals, two very capable, very ready teams. And I'm joined actually by Epi this time, who's normally our production coordinator here. So Epi,
Yeah.
say a couple words.
Hey guys, I'm Epi. Those of you who are very familiar with Oath lore know me pretty well. I've been in charge of handling the production side of Oath for a very, very long time. Even though you don't see me, I'm always here. So I've watched these teams. I've seen their triumphs, their losses, and this week Aiden wasn't feeling so well, so he asked if I could step in, and I said absolutely. So best wishes to him. But we've got a couple of games of Overwatch, of Valorant to watch. Certainly an exciting one that we just watched. Kind of ran a little bit long, so we apologize for that. But thank you so much for tuning in now. Your hype is very appreciated. We see it in the chat. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, Cole. What happened last game?
Well, I mean, we saw Ace just playing at their, I think some of their absolute best here.
Yeah.
Really slippery and really, leaning into that power they have of like reading the situations, making the right swaps, changes, using utility to the absolute most value that they can get out of it. And we just saw Checkmate able to get those clutches, get those gunfights that they always like to just and a lot of times just finding just that little kink in the armor of Ace there when it comes to that defense. So but a phenomenal game.
You're totally right, Cole. I couldn't have said it any better. Ace playing their heart out, Checkmate just going the distance, just like one more step, really, is the difference we saw there. So two teams looking really good on our map here on Fracture. So coming up here, it's going to be Space Mode versus Vandals. Two really very strong teams in their own right. Space Mode getting their first win last week, certainly an exciting one. And hoping to kind of keep that momentum going into this match against the Vandals.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, Space Mode here, they're feeling very amped off that last win, and it was absolutely well deserved.
Yeah.
So many like tense moments. A quad judge play, I believe, too, in that same game.
Yeah, certainly some really good gameplay coming out from them. Some strong strategies, right? That's one thing you're going to notice about Space Mode. They have the strategic advantage insofar that they work really hard to make sure what they do makes sense. That's not to say anything about any other team, but with Space Mode, it's very obvious when they have a plan and then they execute that plan and things go really, really well. So, Space Mode, one of the most interesting teams from that side of Valorant in general, in my opinion. On top of that, you have some of the best duelist players on your team, really representing, even not duelists, to be fair, right, Cole? Zufi is a name that I hear you and Aiden say all the time on these broadcasts, not even playing from that typical duelist role. So some very exciting players on Space Mode. And then on the other side, go ahead. Yeah, let's
definitely. Hear. And I think, there's a lot of power in having Zufi on that controller there too. I mean, last game we saw Silver on a controller agent as well, and just getting a lot of value,
right.
Set up your own picks, set up your own control there.
Yeah. Well, it looks like both teams have selected their operators. We're going to be seeing Space Mode, I believe, on the attack. It's kind of always a toss-up. Sometimes it can be really hard to tell which team's going to be on which side. But I think we've got it right this time. Yes, Zufi. Yeah. Space Mode attack. What do you know? I surprise myself all the time, just like these kids surprise me on a weekly basis.
Absolutely.
Gonna see
And,
some pistol round.
again, yeah, we're gonna see that 5-man pistol round push, just like we saw opening our last game here.
You betcha. Oh, you know what? I have the teams written backwards on my sheet. Both of these teams really strong. We've already talked about it. What we haven't talked about is Fracture as a map kind of boxes in the defenders. Defenders kind of stuck because the attackers can push from both sides of the map. Space Mode here setting up these Astra stars, looking for these smokes. A really strong one. Zufi gonna find the first pick onto Germs, deep in T spawn, or I'm sorry, defender spawn. And Space Mode has a solid control of point B right now. And as the spike ticks, it's going to be up to Squid.
Right there.
Squid and Mighty Yom to push here. And Bob Soup finding Squid early. Panther pushing up B spawn. But Yom having a very good attack here on this pistol round 2v2 situation. Second stage of the spike. It's going to be Heaven peeking. Going to get half. Oh, and
Team A.
a team ace from Space Mode there.
Yep, and you know, Mighty just hoping that that he might just be able to get that last little bit on the bomb and then be able to respond, but just a little bit, you know, Space Moon just a little bit faster there on that double peak, and that's a difficult thing to deal with too. You know, you can't get both pins in that 7-10 split if you got two coming from that same angle. Just makes it just that much more difficult.
Absolutely. We're going to see both teams kind of pushing down these sites. Zufi, with these stars, again, so powerful as a controlling operator. Recently been nerfed a little bit. Only has access to 4 of them at this point. Ku playing very patiently with the frenzy. Oh, and a little bit of lag there. Not going to see quite what happens, but Vision getting the better of Ku. Ku in that one. 3v2 here for the attackers. Bob Soup going to be trying to find the Spectre Panther. Nice classic gameplay. Gonna get the elimination, tie things up in the numbers game.
Out of charge.
Spike down. The attackers have the advantage here. Soodle getting that Spectre. A lot of damage, right? Perfect for these close range engagements. Panther surviving. It's going to be up to Panther here for his team. And Zufi shutting it down to end round 2.
And yeah, great cleanup there. Excellent defensive gameplay from Space Mode. They keep all those angles in check there. And you know, we were talking about it earlier, but I think Space Mode is one of those teams that's like very rare in the amount of flexibility they have. You know, they'll play fast when it's necessary. They'll play a little slower, more patient when the time calls for it. And they definitely they're going to keep Vandals on their toes with that type of gameplay here, just swapping back and forth real fast between numerous styles.
Yeah, we're going to see an early aggressive push right over a lot of the Killjoy utility. The alarm block going down. Now we have the blender. Panther finding 2. That's excellent. Even with the Astra wall, it's still very difficult. Panther holding that site. Got 3 this round. Zufi getting the trade, though. Excellently played from him here in this round. Soodle gonna get the bomb planted on point. Attackers at the small disadvantage. Germs getting the elimination with Chamber. Securing their first round of defense.
Absolutely, and you know, right there, Vandals just picking the perfect moment to push that utility and just reveal themselves from behind that cover there of that Astra wall, and you know, it was absolutely the right timing. Awarded them with many picks, and they take that round there.
Absolutely. As both these teams kind of figure out what their opponents are doing, creating which angles that need to be respected. It seems like Space Mode going to be playing more for this B main. They've kind of alternated at this point, but all 5 pushing the same way. That's exactly what you would see from a team. Visions using this breach as one of the most popular agents here on Fracture, just so able to use the utility to really isolate enemies, right? Put the stuns, give you that advantage. We talked about it earlier in our Checkmate versus Ace game, getting that advantage. But they're going to swap sides. They're pushing A now. Panther, the only one here on site, still has all of that utility. The blender coming out. Vision's 34 HP on point, and Panther going to get that kill with the Phantom. Put the spike on the site, so Space Mode really committed now at this point because they have no way to get that spike back. Now they're kind of bottlenecked in A main. Rumor gonna be pushing out, eliminated by Panther. Panther has 2 on this round. Squid finding Soodle late. It's a 5 versus 2, make it a 5-on-1, and that's a flawless for Vandals there, as Germs picks up 2.
Absolutely, and I think right there, you know, that's a good round to illustrate the power of Killjoy, who's an agent that we haven't seen last game, and especially on the defensive side, you're able to set up a lot of utility, and you can kind of even solo lock down that site there. As you saw, Panther was ready to receive that rotation and make time for Vandals there so that they could get the victory.
I love it. I love seeing these players utilizing their agents to their full power. It takes talent and skill and preparation to really have these all locked down. We're gonna see the Killjoy come out and make it so it's so dangerous to stay on point. Coop's gonna be getting the elimination on Rumor here, but caught right in the middle of the Killjoy, gonna be detained for the next couple of seconds. Space Mode getting the spike almost down, has to stop because of an inopportune push by Panther. Smart by him, and he's going to drop his own Killjoy ult. That's going to make it really difficult to kind of hold this point. A really smart breach utility, and now it's 1 versus 3. Mighty Yam, oh, a nice tap here in this post-plant situation. Has all of the smokes, has 1 teleport, but no blinds available to him on this retake. Bob Soup, 1 bullet away from death. Gonna be able to make it out with his life. Visions and Bob Soup playing very defensively. All of the pressure is on Yam to make it a nice flash from Visions and a nice stun too. This is beyond the 10 seconds left, and Yam's just gonna turn tail, run to spawn, try to avoid, save that gun, and just far enough. Attacker's getting the win on that round.
Absolutely, and I won't lie there, I didn't see much of that, some technical difficulties, but you know, right there we can say, you know, Yam, even though he had the save there, he's keeping that patience and that focus there in that final round, and you know, Spaceman playing that well, pulling off of the point just slowly enough to secure their guns, but also making sure that that bomb stays sat where it is.
This slow push from Space Mode. They're going to be looking for, maybe Zufi's going to try to get this Astra ult again, but this is really the first time we're going to see this top side rotation used. Now the utility coming out, the knife. The Astra wall is going to split the point. There's nobody left on point for Vandals, and they're just going to have to concede it all. Space Mode getting to set up perfectly just how they want it, and tale of two different attempts. Coop trying to go in, not going to be able to find it. Panther and Yam pushing A main really aggressively here. We're going to see some big trades out. It's just Zufi left here in this situation, this post plant. Zufi with a nice kill, but going to be put to half health. Oh, a big pull. It's going to stun everybody, and maybe not enough time. It's going to be a time situation. Maybe. Fractions of a second? Oh, a full second left on that defuse. Excellently timed by the defenders of Vandal there.
Absolutely, and a good response to what was otherwise a very sneaky push, I'd say, and that use of the wall, that slow push to wait and make sure that all that space was conceded just enough so they could take it. And you know, shout out to Zufi always having a utility there on the bomb ready to give him a little bit more time, but you know, Vandal's just coming out there on top with that man advantage. So
we're all tied up, headed into round 7 as pardon me, Space Mode gets aggressive through A main, running into all of the chamber utility. That's going to slow this push way down, and Vandal's going to have the opportunity to rotate into the right spaces. Certainly, KO Squid popping that ultimate and making it so no abilities can be used here on point. It's Coop playing from above, Yam getting the picks off site. Rumor eliminated with the Sheriff, and the remaining players of Space Mode left in A main. Soodle getting a nice kill before Germ sprays through that smoke, and Zufi left stranded out there. Germ's gonna find that elimination as well to secure Vandal's 4th round.
Yep, and you know, sometimes, you know, right here it just comes down to the wire a bit, and I think right here that may not have been one of those times. Definitely Vandal's coming in and taking that space, locking it down, and Zufi just not finding himself able to enter that point there.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes down to the chamber utility, right? Vandal's playing the Killjoy and the chamber. It's going to make pushing into sites so painful because you're just going to run into these painful slows or the blender of Killjoy, right? And it's just going to make it very difficult. Soodle going to be having lockdown available for this push on to B, and it is so hard to defend as the Vandals do. Coop getting the pick and dashing out. Coop holding this angle, making sure Soodle doesn't get too curious. And Zufi gonna find Yam here in this one as Vandals down 1 player in this post-plant situation. Soodle spotting out Panther in defender spawn, but Panther getting the better 1-tap. Coop now envisions, and it's up to Zufi again. Post-plant situation, a pull going out, gonna disrupt the defuse. Zufi gonna find one. The smoke, and Zufi, Panther, a very nice crosshair placement. Gonna be able to defuse the rest of the bomb. Secure round number 5 for the Vandals.
What a nice opening Killjoy, though. Always, you know, there's lineups available on many maps there when you can just plan it, and you know what would seem like a defensive ult on a Sentinel character there can quickly turn into a very nice attacking ult. You know, giving you a genuinely, usually a free post plant situation. They're able to clear out that whole site. Attackers not wanting, or defenders not wanting to get stuck there in that Killjoy ult. So I think, you know, right there, well played by Space Mode, just falling a little bit short when it comes to that.
I mean, you're totally right. Space Mode getting almost everything that they want out of these pushes. Using their ults to get onto point, get that post-plant situation, but Panther, the one defender of A, gonna find 2. And that's all you can ask for if you're the Vandals. That's an excellent return on investment as Space Mode controls point A, but Vandals has not looked bad in the post plant, so I don't think they're too concerned with it at all as Vandals look to make their play. Germ's gonna be looking for Visions peeking, but Germ's getting the best, and some nice utility coming out from Zufi. And Germs, a nice 3K. Germs, one of those players that doesn't get talked about quite enough for what he provides to his team. Certainly a very strong player, clutch in those big moments, and can really rise to the occasion.
Yeah, and then Germs just in the perfect place there,
Yeah.
knowing right there, covering that overwatch there from the enemy team and able to shut down that high ground, which can be problematic sometimes when it comes to diffusing on that site right there.
Well, you are totally right. As Vandals having a 4 streak of diffuses, not what you want to see if you're a space mode player here. We're going to see Rumor popping the jet knives. That's going to be an opportunity for some big one-shots. Squid going to make that peek with a couple of knives. No hits yet. As getting shot in the back. Squid defending Heaven. Protecting it. And looks like Space Mode is just going to have to back out of it. Really, Vandals having the advantage, pushing, getting the picks, and yeah. Now rotating out, kind of looking for the next opening. Soodle trying to get these Marshall shots, not quite on the mark this time, but Zufi and Bob Soup taking the rotation under the map. Gonna see where they go. Squid finds Soodle, and it's a 2 versus 5 situation for the attackers here.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds on the clock, making their way onto A. It's going to be Panther. Again, the sole defender of A has been so ruthless, effective, and powerful. There goes the turret. Panther knows that the jig is up. Zufi and Bob Soup trying to make the play. Zufi getting that spike down. That's step 1, really, to get back into this round. Bob Soup dropping, but only has a classic. Not going to be able to defend himself. Zufi with a nice pick on a coup. But that's really all you're going to get out of this round, as Panther secures the kills, secures the defuse, sharing it really with his teammate. That's the smart play. It's a courteous play, too. It's kind. Vandals, round 7 on their march to 13.
Yeah, and right there, you know, you just once that jig was up, once Vandals is all able to move there, you know, that gave Vandals just the right situation that they wanted, and they were able to clean it up there. Otherwise, though, you know, had they not made that rotate, I think Space Mode would have had much more of a chance there 2-on-1 with just Panther, but Panther, of course, being a ferocious defender of that site so far with all that utility.
And that part of that is Killjoy, part of that is Panther just using every part of Killjoy's kit so effectively. As we're going to see a really aggressive breach ult and KO ult up onto B. Soodle finding Squid in Heaven. It's going to be Coop on point. A little bit of lag there. Germs finding visions in all of the chaos. Coop still on point. Coop going to be trading for Bob Soup. The spike is going to be able to go down here as Soodle gets in that slow field of chamber. 3-on-3 in a post-plant situation. Let's see how Space Mode handles this one. Oh, and a Killjoy ult is going to make it very hard for Space Mode to stay on point. It's going to be Germs finding the pixel perfect peak. Zufi staying on point again. What a nice shot. Lockdown destroyed. Rumor having to push out aggressively just so that they can try to hold the point, but Germs with a 4K here on this round. That'll be round number 8 for Vandals here.
And Germs is having a phenomenal game here, really lighting up in these last couple rounds, and carrying his team right now to a sorry, I shouldn't say carrying, riding the wave of the success from the team to have got themselves to a 6-game streak, and you know, with the effort of everyone on that team there, 100%. You know, we see Panther handling these very tense situations on A, holding down that fort just enough time for the team to respond, and Germs there just having a phenomenal pick onto that Killjoy ult that just made that defense that much easier, not having to rotate most.
Well, we're going to see a quad op coming out for the Vandals. The Killjoy is going to be pushing out on a point. Germs, the only one with the Vandal here on this round. Squid, a nice shot with the op in heaven. He's not going to be able to do anything when this lockdown goes down, and Soodle's going to walk up, get that easy elimination. It's a 2-on-3 for the attackers, and Soodle with a nice op pick as well. The wall coming out, and Vandal's gonna have to get close here, and all they have are are sheriffs and ops.
One enemy remaining.
Panther proving that that's enough. The sheriff pick, it's a 1 versus 2. Zufi on point. Oh, but the spike still hasn't gone down in all of this chaos. I didn't realize the spike has yet to been placed. Zufi using the stars aggressively. Panthers changed the angle, though, with 3K to end this half. 9-3 for Vandals.
Switching sides.
And an interesting play there, definitely from Vandals, but it worked out in their favor. I mean, they do have many mechanically talented players. That is what you need with the op. You need that good cursor placement, like we see so often from Panther and Germs, and you know, they came out on top with that op play there, and not much to lose too, being the half.
Yeah.
You know, if those ops go down, they're not going anywhere in the next round. So
Yeah, why not? Kind of one of those one-shot rounds. Really strong play. Ends on a 7-round streak for Vandals there on the defense. Gonna see what they can pull out here on attack, as they're kind of split up. Vandals are. Yeah, we're gonna see the disruption knife going out. Squid finding Rumor on point. A couple of stars, a couple of breach utilities. But think about it this way. There's been so much used already. Germs looking for Zufi, gonna trade bullet for bullet. And all of a sudden, Vandals making the smart play and rotating out of this one. But just as quickly, Space Mode rotates to meet it. So both of these teams reading each other's minds as this round progresses. 50 seconds left on the clock. A nice suppression knife's gonna let Space Mode know where the Vandals are at. The Vandals are rotating now back to B. And what an intelligent read, because it's just Zufi. All of the Killjoy utilities on A, and only now is the rotation coming. Zufi sounding the alarm. A nice shot from Panther there, getting the headshot. And all of Space Mode kind of pushing out from defender spawn. Soodle getting a nice pick on a Squid. Panther's turret finding Soodle here on that one. Vision's getting a nice kill on Coop. It's a 1 versus 3. Vision's gonna have to do his best with the ghost there. Leaves Yam at 1, but that turret is a dangerous threat. It's just sapping his life. Germs rotating into spawn, gets that first shot off, and what a shot it was, winning that pistol round for his team.
definitely, and I think here, you know, especially on Fracture, we're absolutely seeing these rotates make or break these rounds, because it can be so difficult on this map with the attackers being so slippery and having so much ability to just sort of move around here and surprise the defenders on all these different angles. You know, you never know if it's going to be 1 or 5 coming high ground. You don't know if there's 2 behind you or 3 in the front. It
You're
can
right.
just be very difficult here. And but we're seeing these rotates being matched, and a lot of times it just comes down to that clash after that rotate. So
I think Vandals is playing very smart here. They're splitting their push, right? They're going to see what utility they can get out. Soodle clapping back with the Marshal saying, nope, Snowball stops here. That's all done. And KO eliminated Squid, no longer active in this round, as all of Vandals rotate now over to the B site. But the defenders are here. They're ready to meet them. It's not that simple. The flash coming out, attacker Killjoy. That would be Panther laying down the Killjoy, going to help push onto point here. Rumor's going to be stuck up in heaven. No choice but to be detained. And like so often, Panther just runs up, gets the free elimination, and that's very simple. Soodle looking for these, fishing for these headshots. Not going to be able to find him. Vandal from Germs gonna get the elimination. A lot of advantage going for Vandals here, as it's just Zufi left in defender spawn with a classic. No stars available. Oh, and a nice 3-click. Getting the Spectre, but just a little bit out of range. Just a little bit out of range. And Germ's gonna get another 3K in this round.
Yeah, a phenomenal flick there from Zufi, but it's with 4 alive there, it's just going to be a little bit of a drop in the big old bucket that's needed there. But I mean, a great effort there from the whole team, and yeah, especially, you know, Panther been waiting to use that attacker Killjoy just like that. And I think, you know, you mentioned there that free pick there from the Killjoy, it's simple, and I think that is what these teams want. They want this Valorant to be simple. They want to use those strategies to get those picks and have them just sort of fed to them. But I mean, sometimes it doesn't always work that way.
Absolutely. We're gonna see the 4-1 defender split, leaving everything up to Soodle here on B with 2 really nice headshots. Back to backsies on Decoup there. And the quick rotation from the team, bringing out the support. Meanwhile, the Vandals have just kind of stalled. Oh, Squid challenging that Sheriff. Not going to be able to get the trade there. Soodle's got 12 HP left on point, and the walls are closing in. Squid gonna find the elimination through the wall, right onto site. No more defenders playing on A, but Vandals gonna take the opportunity to rotate back out. Really intelligent play coming out from both of these teams. Germs has this angle early, and if any defenders get a little bit too aggressive, like Visions, not going to be able to find the one tap there, but now Visions is somewhat stuck. Oh, a nice blind is going to free him from the corner if he wants it, using the concussion on the site. Not going to be able to stop the bomb from going down. Zufi with the second of the round with that Sheriff. Makes this into a manageable 3v2 for his team. Rumor here with a Sheriff as well, looking for Heaven, clearing these angles, playing very smart. And Vision's gonna be spotted out by that alarm bot. And, ooh, a nice wallbang from Visions there. Germs, though, just powerful with the Vandal. 12-3, this is match point for the Vandals coming up.
Match point.
Absolutely, and they you know, if you're space mode, you don't want Germs alive there at that very end. So many clutch plays there made with that Vandal, and always just phenomenal positioning on top of that phenomenal cursor placement, and just awards him with so many excellent plays and phenomenal kills there. And I think that's just what we saw towards the end there.
Both teams going to be able to buy for this potential round game-winning point. Both teams setting up, seeing what they can see. Soodle getting a little bit aggressive here on A main. KO going to find that with the disruption knife. Here's those footsteps. Soodle spraying the wall. Oh, and a flash, but an untimely peek. Unlucky from Squid there. Soodle with the perfect timing. Pushing aggressively, checking that corner. Oh, and this round is quickly a 5 versus 1. Germs is all that's left. Gonna be holding the angle. Eliminates Soodle. Make it a 1v4. Bob Soup gonna be the next one to trigger the door. Make Germs a little bit aware. Oh, but Bob Soup so smart, knowing that the spike is the thing that lets Germs back into this game. Germs just waiting, just hanging out, looking to see if somebody's going to make a mistake. Here in this one, here's that door to his left, knows that the peek is coming, but Bob Soup just gonna Big send. Big send from him. Gets the operator. What a nice skin that is. And it's been a long stretch since we got to say this, but Space Mode with an excellent round win. Hoping to carry this on. But they can't drop a single round now. They have to send this into overtime. It has to be 8 more rounds for Space Mode. And that's certainly a mountain to climb.
Definitely, but that is definitely a decisive round there that we saw from Space Mode, turning it into a 5v1 so fast, and
yeah,
not even a bit of health drop there, but they're gonna need to do it again several times. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it seems like Vandals pushing on to B. Germs popping the coup de grace, magnum opus, this big op. But both teams going to be a 4v4 right now. Rumor getting 2 quick ones on point with that Vandal. And Vandals might have to reconsider their strategy here. A nice smoke coming out. Squid using that Marshall, not going to be able to challenge the Vandal very strongly. Oh, but 2 of them down, man. That might be painful as Rumor walks away with 9 HP. Kind of playing footsies with Germs and Squid, this firing squad of one-shot rifles here in this round. And 50 seconds remain. Vandals having the opportunity to go play wherever they want to play. Omen teleporting Yom. Getting found by Zufi. So patient still over on A. And now the spike's down. There's no opportunity but playing for A. And this is a very desirable position for Space Mode. 30 seconds left. Vandals have to make the play into U. Gonna have the opportunity. And really all of the cards, Zufi making that quick peek, seeing Squid. They know exactly where one of the members of Vandals is now. Germs rotating through spawn. I don't think anybody's aware that he's there. Germs going to find the pick on Divisions. Now going to be pushing, trying to find Bob Soup here in the corner. Falling, getting that kill. 36 life left. And just not enough time. Trying to make the correct play, but not enough time. Zufi going to be able to eliminate Germs there on that last bit of the round. 1 round closer to seeing this game go into overtime.
Yeah, and again, another decisive play there from Space Mode. They're really like lying in wait now, and waiting for all this utility to come out from the Vandals before they make a response. And now they do have a little bit of econ in their favor. Zoodle with only 650, but the rest of the team absolutely able to support them in the next buy. So, I mean, and they are not super worried about that economy now because it's got to be go, go, go from now on.
Absolutely. Vandals making these slow pushes. They know they would like to end it any round that they can, but they have a lot of buffer. They have all the opportunity in the world to kind of do what they need to do. Rumor getting a really nice one-tap, a long-range one-tap. Defender Killjoy coming out, slamming it on the ground. That's going to make the push on B at least 6 seconds slower. Vandal's going to have the opportunity to rotate out of the Killjoy. No detainees from this usage of the lockdown. Rumor and Germs kind of playing footsies. No eliminations coming from that play, but Vandals kind of split. Not sure exactly where they want to go. 40 seconds to really decide and lock in. But utility coming out. Omen smoking Heaven, smoking main. Now it's going to be a B push for sure. And all of the time in the world to rotate. A nice pick from Squid is going to open this site wide open. The pull is going to make Omen a little bit more vulnerable. Soodle, there's only 15 seconds left. And look at how defensive the team gets now. There's one thing you have to stop, and it's the spike from being planted. Spike carrier down, it's Germs. That's all that's left for Vandals. No time to plant, just time to hold angles, try to get the elimination. Maybe a Zufi peeks. Oh, both of these players looking very risky. Germs going to get the better of Zufi in this one. 12-6. Space Mode keeps going.
Yeah, and then I mean, watch how quickly that changed there when that time came down to the wire. Guns started popping and it just all went to chaos, but it came out in Space Mode's favor. and they're playing that time, and they're also, you know, they're playing very sneaky now. They know that Vandals is now on the back foot of the econ. You know, we saw Marshals, we saw Spectres, and they want to keep it that way.
Coop using that smoke to go and get that ultimate orb, and Killjoy ult now down. Oh, but the lockdown's going to be eliminated from Breach. The Breach kind of explosion nade destroys that plan entirely, and now Vandal's kind of back to square one, looking for another opportunity to go in, and actually going to take this opportunity to go out. Rotating back through spawn, but baiting it, maybe not. Both teams just kind of waiting, seeing what's out there, waiting for a mistake, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on it. And we're going to see Squid using that knife on to B. Gets eliminated. Oh, here comes the ultimate. The super lockdown. Coop back of sight. Rumor going to find that pick. Holding down point pretty effectively, but Squid gets to talk to his team the whole time. Squid eliminated for real this time as Soodle helps finish that down but not out state. Oh, and then a really nice crosshair placement. Both members of Vandal on A long. Gonna have to find a way to dislodge Rumor and deal with the people in spawn. That's a great pick from Panther to be able to do that. 16 seconds. This execute is going to have to happen now. And an operator, Zufi, a nice shot. Gonna shut this one down. Rumor with a 3K here in this round, 19th.
I mean, they just keep on going, and it's definitely getting very, very exciting now. Exciting enough
You see a timeout?
Lanny's to pull a timeout. Getting a little bit shook by this 4 streak here, and hoping to find some, hoping to find that final round that they need, that finale that Vandals needs to finish this out.
Yeah, and you're missing out if you're not paying attention to this, because we're pretty close to just being like, oh, hey, they had 12, and then we reversed it and made a comeback happen. So this is a really cool story to be able to tell. If you're enjoying this Oath League action, please share the stream with others. We stream Valorant on Tuesdays, 7 and 8 p.m., and Overwatch on Thursdays, 7 and 8 p.m., all Central, of course. These kids duke it out every week, and every game is memorable and actionable. And just like this one, Space Mode looking to keep that snowball going, turn this really nail-biting, not close game into one that is very close and maybe even a win. Very exciting. So let's stay tuned. Let's see what happens and stick it out. Both these teams impressive with what they've done thus far.
Absolutely, and right now too, we're with the Vandals on a bit of that econ back foot. Like I said earlier, they're having to make some compromises in terms of those buys.
Yeah.
And we see Mighty Yum on the classic. We see a judge coming out, and it's you know, it's a little bit of a rough thing to try and get this finale when you're it's staring down the barrel of 5 rifles on the enemy team, but.
Well, it certainly is tough, and we're going to see Vandals take this round very slow. Bob Soup finding Panther. That's not what you like to see when you're in that save round. You need every advantage you can get, but not there, unfortunately. Coop having the Phantom is certainly the best gun available to the Vandals at this point. But Vandals looking at this 4v5, looking for the opportunity. Soodle getting a little bit tagged on B, inviting the rotation of the rest of the team, and that's kind of where the push has to happen. 45 seconds left in this round. Looking for the opportunity to go in. And Soodle now going to push around Heaven, looking for Germs. Not going to be able to find it. Germs using that special showstopper. No, that's not quite it. The Deagle, the signature Deagle of Chamber. 20 seconds left to really make this thing happen. Gonna see everybody pushing in from the same side. Maybe a war of attrition here as the trades come out on point. Gonna see abilities used. Soodle finding. Rumor finding. Squid now trading back. Squid getting 2 now on the back. It's gonna be a 2 versus 3. Visions denying the bomb. Visions finding 2 on point. Getting that 8th round in the win column for Space Mode.
And that was definitely a close one there. You know, we saw Space Mode kind of rotate away from B. I was curious to see if Vandals could make that push there and lock it down, but Space Mode, they pivoted just fast enough pseudo on that tail there, recognizing that there was a push coming, and they made that rotate. They made that 180 back to B to lock it down in the end.
Yeah, and this game is ever closer as these rounds go on. You never want it to end here on an Oath Esports action-packed night. This time, though, it seems like Vandal's going to switch it up. Going to go ahead and see what's on A. Going to go challenge the Killjoy utility Zufi with that op, though. Not what you like to see. A very strong, a blind coming out from... the open, but Squid so smartly knows that Zufi doesn't have another shot to take. And just like that, Vandal's up in this round. 4 versus 3 for the first time in the last 6 rounds. Vandal's in the winning position. Gonna see how this responds. The rotation coming out, and I don't think anybody on Space Mode knows. Pushing out right onto A. Or, pardon me, B. Now the rotation coming in from the defenders. Going to be able to see this. Squid not going to make it quite across. Going to find a nice trade. Not able to do it. Rumor. Now it's a 2 versus 4. Absolutely. Bob Soup using the overloaded ability. Trying to make it so no utility. They see the spike. Now they just have to check their angles. And just like that, Vandal's so patiently holding every one of them. Germs putting all of the pressure here on Soodle, as not going to be able to happen here. Vandals clutch it up in the final hour. Going to be able to get the win over Space Mode. Certainly a close one. Cole.
Yeah, and Vandals there cinching off that streak there, finally ending that very, very close game there. And,
Yeah.
you know, stopping that Cinderella run there in its tracks.
Well, both of these teams playing excellently and really an awesome night of Oath Esports Valorant. Both teams putting on an absolute show. Really kind of shaking the ground, right? The expected outcomes kind of happened, but in unexpected ways, right? We saw Ace and Checkmate go blow for blow here on Fracture, and much of the same with Space Mode and Vandals. All it took was one tipping point. We're seeing the single carry potential of these players, and then also how it all fits onto this team. So 2 teams playing extremely well. Things not to forget about. This week, we have a Thursday fitness giveaway. If you haven't done your fitness yet, please do so. It's so important that we are physically fit as well as mentally fit as well as in-game fit, right? Our mechanics are strong. So please do your fitness and then sign up, win some cool swag, get some free stuff. All that's going to make you so much better, right? And then on Thursday, we'll actually draw for who gets the stuff. As well as we're going to have 2 Overwatch matches, some really awesome things happening over on the Overwatch side of this Oath Esports, but really an awesome night. What say you, Cole?
I mean, definitely do that fitness. You know, you got to keep up with all parts of that, you know, of that self-care there, and that's just it'll make you so much better of an esports player. You'll feel fresh, you'll feel refreshed from doing that fitness, and you'll just feel at your prime when you play. And yeah, I agree. You know, and if you enjoyed, obviously, please share the stream link around. We'll be back here at the same time next Tuesday for more Valorant. And you know, if you like Valorant, maybe come and watch Thursday as well. We've got our Overwatch games. Watch as much as you can. It's just as exciting over there in Overwatch. Just as many of these phenomenally, like, I mean, this is just, wow, what an interesting game. Like, so rarely do you see something like this happen. 5 games, 1 in a row at the match point. I mean, the intensity and the pressure that Space Mode must have felt there, and they're able to overcome that and get those 5 wins. So, I mean, what a treat of a game.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for spending your Tuesday nights with us. We've had a great time. I've been Epi, joined by Kronos, and we will see you next time here on Oath Esports. Peace.